You know what a Kaiser is? It's the Yiddish word for pig. It's a guy who wants more than what he needs. He don't fly straight no more. So it comes down to one thing, my boy, and you never forget it. Lesson number 1, don't underestimate the other guy's greed. These words were spoken by Frank Lopez to Tony Montana as a prophetic warning against that insatiable hunger for more in drugs and business. In our current Snowfall narrative, Drew Manboy Miller is in the midst of a coup against his frenemy and drug supplier, Franklin Saint. On the surface, the overthrow effort can be attributed to their most recent spat in the murder of Manboy's niece and Saint's subsequent refusal to hand over Leon as recompense for the heinous act. However, Manboy's plot against his drug overlord runs deeper than these current maladies, and in today's video, we'll chronicle his mounting subversions and assess whether his latter stance is new or a part of a long-running effort to usurp Franklin as the underworld's reigning drug kingpin. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. Lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things Snowfall. Here we go. I make it a point to know all the hustlers, big and small. Manboy made sure to convey this point to Franklin and Leon during their search for Melody in 307, but he displayed it much more brazenly since his character's inception. Manboy was introduced to viewers in episode 301 through 3 of his associates, ordered by the ambitious underboss to spy on Saint and his crew. As I previously covered in this video, when the stakeout went awry, Manboy capitalized on his rogue comrade's misfortune in order to gain entry into Franklin's flourishing operation, forking over the remaining violator for an opportunity to maximize his own budding empire and earning potential. In addition to implementing his own pawns to study Franklin's business, Manboy also gathered information from Wanda, who served as the perfect mole, having once been intimately linked to Saint's collective through Leon. Once in position, he strategically maneuvered to gain the trust of his new supplier, including discarding Wanda upon demand, assisting Saint in local business expansion through his Scully connection, and even helping with things outside of his business obligations, such as the Melody fiasco. All of this served to lower Franklin's defenses while simultaneously displaying his worth to the organization. When Manboy's second-in-command got into a rift with Leon over territory, he attempted to meet with Franklin alone and was unpleasantly surprised by Leon's attendance at the meeting. During the standoff, Manboy attempted to renegotiate the terms of their arrangement against Leon, something that Saint would not allow. Manboy accepted the dubious result, opting to angle against the opposition another day, albeit begrudgingly. He prided himself on seeing the whole field and not succumbing to tunnel vision. In hindsight, he likely would have attempted to undermine Lead to Franklin in hopes of inching ever so close to his true objective, the connect. That brings us to our current impasse between the now open adversaries. Louis' prophetic warning to Franklin has now come to pass, as Manboy's ambitions have left Saint more vulnerable than ever before. Acknowledging that Franklin should never be underestimated so long as his brain worked in full, he clandestinely attacked him through the one thing that would subvert his otherwise cerebral mind, a woman. As it turned out, Franklin's lover was nothing more than another pawn on Manboy's chessboard, and the Compton boss has manipulated every ancillary occurrence to his benefit as well. When Bootsy was crucified, Manboy played on Saint's fear to garner his support in the gang war. He then alluded to Xing Franklin out of the drug trade to Louis and Jerome, subtly attempting to sow further discord among the faction. Finally, and perhaps most notably, the slaying of his niece provided a golden opportunity for him to hit the checkmate button. You see, Manboy understood fully that Franklin would never give Leon up for the murder, especially after his refusal to check Lee's disrespect in the territory dispute. If something that small wouldn't warrant a reprimand, then nothing would. Additionally, the tragic event opened the doors of reconciliation to Scully, strengthening his position astronomically against Franklin's rapidly declining one. Now in the present day, with all of the cards on the table, one question remains. How will all of this pan out for Manboy? His mole in Tanase has blown her cover, and Jerome will be on his ass come next episode, following Louis' near death at the funeral. Though Manboy certainly has the muscle to withstand any overt attacks, Saint still holds the intellectual edge, per Manboy's prior observation. Be it that Franklin is physically hobbled, he'll have to rely on his wits to remove Manboy from the board. He could use Tanase as a double agent, but Reed could assist Franklin here as well. Having his primary distributor under threat of death is bad for business, and with all of the additional surrounding factors, Manboy would be just another objective to be executed. As Frank Lopez once warned not to underestimate the other guy's greed, he also cautioned against those who could lose their way in the form of flash, chicas, and champagne. Simply put, they don't last. Thank you for watching today's video. What are your thoughts on Manboy's uprising? Will his ambitions propel him to the position he covets so heavily, or will he crumble beneath the weight of them? Be sure to drop me your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you like today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are fans of Snowfall, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.